fourth?
I think overall the turnovers, 13 for 18 for 8, fourth. And that stifled us a bit. Reggie got going, pick and rolls, our time, keeping him under control as well.
You guys were great at getting to the line until the fourth as well, and then kind of dried up. How much, I guess, how should we kind of process that, or how much effect did that have?
Well, I'm not really sure what the question was. Like, we didn't get to the line. I get that.
How much of a difference did that
I
make?
mean, it's a huge difference. And I thought, we were aggressive early. Still scored quite a bit in the paint, which is a good sign. But, you just have to kind of keep that mindset. Continue to play downhill, play with force. Maybe you get to the line, get a whistle. But I thought we stagnated a little bit in that second half, turned it over. That was a big issue. And they made big plays. I'll give them credit. They made, timely plays. Took the lead, so it's a tough one.
You match those big plays a lot of the time. What do you think overall, kind of the effort, despite the
Oh, yeah, the effort was good. I'm pleased with the effort. I thought, Rui had a good game. I thought there was we had some spurts there. It was great, but just being able to sustain it, into the third, give up 2 quick threes, that kind of shifts the momentum. Then a big quarter, 30-plus quarter in the fourth is tough. It's tough to absorb.
Wes, they were in the final minute or the final 40 seconds. I think there were 2 occasions where KP had mismatches on smaller players, much smaller players. Would you like to see him be more aggressive there and try to overpower those guys?
Well, I think he just has to get to his spot and raise up. I don't think he's going to impact his shot a whole lot. I think overall, through the course of time, those type plays will go in our favor. Those type of switches, if they want to put a small on him, I'm very comfortable with him making a play. He's still getting his legs under him, so I think he'll be fine.
I think there's one occasion there where there was just a miscommunication, a lack of familiarity. Is that the kind of thing that happens when someone just arrives without any practice?
I'm not going to blame it on that. I just think, at times we get a little careless. But those unforced errors in the fourth quarter, you just have to minimize those. Those are plays you don't get back.
Went with Sadaransky for the most part very late in the game. What was your thinking there? Was that
just size on the ball?
Defense?
Yeah, he still had his hands full. Reggie played extremely well, but just get a little bit more size.
You mentioned Rui's game, but was this one of the best games since he came back?
I'm not looking strictly at the numbers. I thought he was, played even game on both sides of the ball. He was pretty good with his coverage. He's pretty good with his level of communication. I think solid defensively. So I think overall, I'm not going to categorize it as his best outing, but I thought it was a complete game for him.
Especially defensively, he had to cover the veteran players, Morris, Kristaps.
He did well. I mean, it's a tough out. He's to guard those catch and shoot guys. They're moving constantly. It's a little different field than the traditional fours who are more inside of three, try to overpower you. So it's good to see that he can do some of that.
Wes, what was Gaff doing to ensure that he didn't rack up the foul calls?
Say again?
What was Gaff doing to ensure that he didn't rack up foul calls?
I just thought he was good with his technique. He was being in the right spot, showing his hands, and solid discipline tonight. That's part of it. It's just part of growth and understanding what guys are trying to get to.
Wes, how promising were those lob dunk connections between Ish and Gafford, and why are they as successful as?
Well, I mean, Ish is he gets out of the pick and roll and puts a lot of pressure on the defense with his quickness. Gaff, as we've all seen, is able to get out, from screening and get on the rim quickly. Puts a lot of force on the paint, and once he gets airborne, I mean, he can throw it as high as you want and go get it. But there's a good connection, good synergy there. So I'd like to see that continue.
Chase. Hey Wes, what are you seeing from Porzingis and Gafford as a 1-2 duo at the center position?
Overall, it's been solid. I think it's a different feel. With KP's ability to stretch the defense, Gaff obviously puts a lot of pressure on the rim as a roller. Both have, good length and size up front. But just the ability to mix and match, kind of give our offense, a different feel, and the defense a different look.
And what do you think was, I guess, going wrong with the 3-point defense tonight with them able to capitalize from the perimeter?
Well, they got some easy ones. I think overall coverage was solid. We had some breakdowns late. Obviously, those 2 threes at the end of the third were, those are just easy looks. Kennard just walks into threes in transition. Those are the ones we wanted to try and take away.
Neil?
Hey, Coach, what were you trying to draw up on that last possession once the Clippers went up, and what did you think of the shot that Porzingis got?
The final play or the play before?
I guess the play before when you're down 2.
Yeah,
1-11-09.
we were looking to get, a pick and pop, and if they guarded it the way they guarded it, the second side and get them in the post versus switch. And we got that. It just didn't go for us.
And obviously it's, not easy, even if you have a size advantage to, just back somebody down and get right to the rim. But do you think that Porzingis has settled a little bit too much? And I know it's small sample size, 2 games so far.
I don't think so. I mean, just getting a feel for, what he likes and where he wants to get the ball. And once again, I think he can get a shot off, over anyone he wants. I'm not overthinking that. I think he puts a lot of pressure on the paint when teams want to switch, and he's a capable playmaker from that spot. So in general, I would say I'm comfortable where we are with him.
Thanks, Coach.
Christos?
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Speaking about KP, what did you see about the way he get acclimated in the team in the first couple of games as a Wizard?
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
Yeah, what did you see from KP, the way that he get acclimated in the team and the systems in the first couple of games as a Wizard?
It's coming along. It's still going to be a work in progress. Just not having reps with the group, not having a total feel of our offensive package, but it'll take some time. But he's coming along, so we'll just work our way through it. But we're not going to put too much on it. Try to keep things simple so he can have a clear head and go out and just perform.
Thank you very much, Coach.
That's it, Coach. Thank you.
It's kind of a reoccurring thing for us. Coming out of ATOs and messing up plays. It's something that we have to correct because we can control that. So that's kind of what it boils down to.
It's talking about coming out of ATOs. Wes said just kind of holding on at the end of games is something you guys have struggled with. Is that a mindset issue? What's the core of that?
We just got to do a better job of identifying what we're trying to get out of. That's kind of why you've seen this pattern. You got to do a better job collectively of identifying, okay, what action are we trying to get to? What mismatch are we trying to get, and what kind of look we're trying to get, and that's something we haven't done, and we got to figure it out. So
It looked like you guys were matching their energy shot for shot. How much motivation was there for this game after the last Clippers game?
There's motivation, but we got a good lead, and coming off a win, this is a disappointing one for sure. We had the game. We had a 10-point lead at one point. And even, when they did walk us down, we went shot for shot, went down to the last 40 seconds and, we kind of pooped ourselves. So
There was that miscommunication pass, I think, between either you and KP or KP. What happened on that play? Is that something that's
which one was it?
I forget exactly what the sequence was, but there was one where I think one of you was going to go one way, and there was a lack of familiarity with each other?
I mean, that one, we just didn't read each other. I was trying to go get the ball. They were denying me. Might have faked them out a little bit. It was just one of those plays that, you just F up. So.
Chase.
Hey, Kuz, just what was it like to be back at the arena you began your career in and back playing in LA?
I mean, it's a little different. I mean, Clipper games ain't Laker games, so I mean, it's two separate arenas really, and now it's crypto. So, we'll get the real taste of this arena Friday.
And speaking of that, what are your thoughts going into that game and playing against your former team?
I mean, like I said, we had a disappointing loss tonight. We got to win that game. Every single game, we got to come out having a winning mentality. Obviously, it's a big game for me and Pope. Obviously, this is where we've been and won championships at. So, we just got to figure out how to win this game. So,
Neil.
Hey, Kuz, you guys had 15 free throws in the first half, just 5 in the third quarter, none in the fourth quarter. Do you feel like you guys are doing anything differently, not attacking as much, or just whistle didn't necessarily go your guys' way late?
I mean, we shot our jump shots. So, I mean, you're not getting to the line when you shoot jump shots. Point blank period. Obviously you probably put your head down and do something, but we didn't really shoot that many jump shots. We had 2 calls in the fourth that could have went our way. One with gap under the rim, offensive rebound, didn't call nothing. And then KP driving, kind of looked like one, but they didn't give it to us. And if the refs don't call it, they don't call it. It's not a foul. So, we got to do a better job, obviously, when we are in those situations, looking for fouls, not complaining, and just getting back and getting back into the game. I feel like a lot of times during this game, we got outside of ourselves, worrying about things that we can't control. And, it's not a good look.
And for you saying that, you take it on yourself that you should have been more aggressive late, is that just part of your overall learning curve of, this kind of new, bigger role that, you're in now?
No, just figuring out my spots, playing with KP. Obviously, he's a big opposing guy. And we love to get him in mismatches with smalls. But then on top of that, just figuring out spots and spaces at the end of the game and, figuring out, what coach wants us to do, in those type of situations. So.
Thanks, Kuz.
Mm-hmm.
Last question to Christos.
Hey, Kuz, hope you're doing well. Detail-wise, what would you like to improve, or what would you like to change after that game?
After this game?
Yes.
I just got to be more aggressive, that's all.
And for the next games, how encouraging was the way that you fought as a team, the way that you play for full 48 minutes? How encouraging was that for you?
I mean, I'm not one for moral victories, at the end of the day. I'm all about trying to get dubs. So, I mean, we competed, I guess, if that makes everyone happy. But, we still can compete for 45 minutes and lose a game, and all the 45 minutes doesn't matter. So, there's that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How are you feeling 2 games now?
Good, I have my moments when, I'm pretty tired, but of course I want to play more and keep building every game, play more minutes. So yeah, feeling good. Just frustrated about the loss, which is normal. We had the game in our hands. Our late game execution wasn't, perfect. And large part is that I feel like it's on me. I could have played a lot better down the stretch. That turnover to Kuz, and then a couple more plays. But it's normal. Second game back, and we haven't had a chance to play with each other and get a feel for each other. So I think think it's a very winnable game for us. But this is a game we can build off of and keep going and keep playing together and keep building that connection on the floor.
How much do you think those little things in the fourth quarter were things that would have been fixed, like you said, if you'd had just a little more time, a little more familiarity?
Yeah, 100%. I think those guys and myself, I haven't played with them and they haven't played with me, and especially in these late game situations where the pressure is up. So I think, just there were simple ones too. Missed a pretty good look and a couple turnovers or whatever, and then just small lapses that we can clean up easily. But that will come with time and that will come with minutes on the floor.
There were a couple occasions there in the last minute of the fourth quarter where you had a mismatch against shorter guys. Obviously you didn't like the results, but are you happy with the decisions you made and what transpired there?
Yes and no. I was happy that my teammates found me in the situations, and but I have to be effective, and I want to get those buckets or kick it out to my teammates. And some of those passes could have been a bit sharper, a bit more on point for the shots. So I will look at all the little things that I can clean up and I can do better, definitely going forward. But yeah, I think the way we are as a group, it's I think we're on the right path. Everybody's connected, everybody's together, everybody's sharing the ball and playing together. And if you do that on the offensive end, the defense will kind of the energy will be there for the defensive end. So I think it's a good game to build off of.
What do you see defensively with the team's 3-point defense?
What do I see?
Yes.
I think we could do some things better. I think pick and roll coverages. I think like we did late game when the big is up a bit more. I think it's more difficult for the opposite team. It requires us big to use a little bit more energy, and be up there and be more aggressive. But I'm sure our coaching staff will make those adjustments if needed, if they see it the same way. And then a couple small lapses too, maybe helping too much when we don't need to help as much. And then they got the kick out to the corner and then the extra pass to Batum, and also knowing when do we stunt hard and when do we rotate, actually, little details I think during the game that we can be a bit more sharper and read a bit quicker, and we'll be better. But overall, yeah, I'm happy, and it's a loss. I think we could take a lot of good things from this game.
Hey man, what do you think about the way that you and Daniel Gafford could sort of complement each other as a 1-2 punch at the center position?
You mean like when I'm on the court, like just together?
I guess like as a duo, not necessarily on the court at the same time, as a center rotation. Yeah,
no, I think both of us were lob threats, but he's obviously much bigger lob threat. I can stretch the floor more, with him, whenever he's rolling to the basket, he just draws so much attention because of that, and guys get open looks just because of him. That's something but not everybody sees, but he's he's very valuable in that sense. And yeah, he just he brings it every night, plays with energy, and he was getting into it with Zubats, I think, or so, I don't know who. So he has that competitive fire, and I love that about him. So he's been great, and yeah, we expect that from him, and I hope he can keep playing at this level.
And you had a nice pass to Rui Hachimura in the first half as he was running baseline. How would you describe your chemistry with him so far, and what you think of him as a player?
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He kind of reminds me of Kawhi, the way he moves, kind of, and big, strong body. And not, Kawhi is obviously who he is, but Rui has the potential and he has the talent, definitely. And you could see what he was, he's capable of doing a lot of really good things out there, like he did tonight. He had a great game. He's I think he needs to keep working and you know, fulfill his potential.
Yeah.
Hey, Kristaps, when you're in the post and you have a smaller guy on you, what's kind of the balance of, you're not always going to be able to just back somebody down and get right to the rim. What's kind of the balance of trying to do that versus, maybe passing out of it versus, taking a mid-range jumper?
Yeah, that's the I would say that's like for me at least. I haven't played for a month or so. Second game back. How I feel about today's game is that there's like you need to find that rhythm and that to make the perfect reads, you have to have that time and that get that really good rhythm in there. To see everything what's happening, to see anticipate who's going to rotate who, and then you can make the perfect pass and get really clean looks or attack. I feel like I'm still, working my way there, especially now being able to play make out of there. I'm going to need a little bit of time, a little more just touches down there to feel really good and then, get a better rhythm. But I try to make the game easier whenever I see, a couple guys around me just trying to make the game easier for my teammates and kick out open shots, and if not, attack myself. And those turnaround jumpers are a pretty comfortable shot for me, and I feel like I can make it a lot of times.
And then pregame, before you warmed up, you had the autograph with the fan. Seemed like he was happy to be able to meet you, things like that. Does that still gratify you the same way that in the past maybe?
Always, yeah. I think I appreciate it now even more than early in my career. At the end, we play this game for the fans, and they're the ones that enjoy us, competing out there and supporting us and buying tickets and all that. So I always take my time to sign for kids or for whoever that is out there supporting. And so yeah, it's always it's just a moment for me, but it can make somebody's day.
Thanks, KP.
Thank you.
Christos.
Hey KP, hope you're doing well. After your first couple of games with the team, how comfortable you feel into the system, into the game plan? How comfortable you feel so far?
I feel pretty good. I feel comfortable right away. The coaching staff and my teammates, I think, have helped me tremendously. There's a lot of plays I still need to learn and to know every call and every situation. But yeah, it's been pretty smooth transition, I would say. And also just being in the spot where the ball comes through me a lot, and then we just play out of there. It kind of helps me to get a rhythm quicker during the game. So yeah, the team's phenomenal. Everybody has been phenomenal. I'm really happy and I'm excited for the future for us.
And you mentioned before that it's a great game to build off about that game against the Clippers. What would you like to build on that effort, on that performance overall for you about the next games on the road trip?
I think our effort was there. That's one thing we were, as long as I've been here, it's been there. I think well, this game, for example, we just had a few like mental lapses, a few moments that we can't allow if we want to be a really good team that we can't have. So it's at the end, it's just the games are so close. It's all about little details, and I think they were better. They were a bit more experienced. They didn't make a turnover. They were just a bit better, and I think we have to clean those things up, especially down the stretch, and the result could have been a lot different.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Last question to Leonardo.
Hola KP, te saluda Leonardo Torres desde Perú. Espero que estés bien. KP, has mencionado que este juego pueden obtener grandes cosas pensando a futuro. ¿Qué crees que debe mejorar el equipo? Y la segunda, ¿cuán cómodo o cuán rápido te has adaptado a tu nuevo equipo?
Sí, como acabo de decir, este equipo traemos la energía todas las noches. Aquí todo el mundo juega duro. Yo creo que la diferencia para que seamos un gran equipo es no tener esos momentos mentales donde perdemos un poquito de concentración o fallamos alguna jugada, pequeñas cosas que podemos limpiar fácilmente. Yo creo que cuando nos enfocamos en esos pequeños detalles y mejoramos eso, yo creo que vamos a dar el siguiente paso como equipo.
Y
¿Y
el
la
entrenador-
segunda cómo era, perdón?
No, la segunda era cuán cómodo te sientes en este nuevo equipo.
Sí, me siento súper cómodo desde el día 1. Me han recibido aquí con mucho cariño desde el día 1 y por eso tenía muchas ganas de empezar a jugar para esta organización y este equipo. Y bueno, por fin ha llegado el momento y la verdad que estoy muy contento de estar con estos compañeros, con estos entrenadores y tengo muchas ganas de seguir y a ver qué nos espera para el futuro.
Gracias, KP.
Muchas gracias.
That's KP. Thank you.
Thank you very much.